What makes Marcus Aurelius so extraordinary? He was one of the 5 good emperors who genuinely cared for his people and a deep student of Stoic philosophy. Despite his demanding duties, he found time to write his personal thoughts, known today as meditations. In these writings, the Roman emperor shared valuable lessons on how to live a fulfilling life. In this video, we will explore 10 fundamental teachings from Marcus Aurelius's Meditations. But before we start, I encourage you to stay with us until the end. You are here because you want to improve yourself. The last 5 teachings are particularly crucial, but you should pay attention to the first 5 to fully grasp them, as they lay the foundation for the subsequent understandings. Let's meet there. Number 1. Shape your character. Marcus Aurelius pointed out that the mind is filled only with needs of its own making. We live in a materialistic society bombarded by advertisements. We compare ourselves to the lavish lives of the wealthy and famous. However, seeking happiness in material things will never bring us true satisfaction. We will always want more, better, or faster. By relying on external factors, we lose control over our own happiness. Remember that nothing material truly belongs to us. It can slip away at any moment. If we tie our identity to the size of our house, what happens when we lose it? Instead of chasing material wealth, we should focus on developing our character. Our character is the most valuable treasure we possess. It defines us and shapes our way of life. It is the only thing we will never lose, no matter what happens. We can lose our homes, cars, or jobs, but we can never lose our character. Our character can uplift or bring us down and allow us to leave a lasting legacy. Therefore, we should strive to build a compassionate, genuine, and hardworking character. We should always approach others with respect and kindness. Number 2. Do not base your happiness on others' judgments. Basing our happiness on others' opinions is not a healthy approach. There are billions of people in the world, and it's impossible to please them all. Chasing likes on social media or seeking matches on dating apps can make us dependent on external approval, which is not a reliable source of happiness. The key is to shift our mindset and seek happiness within ourselves through inner peace. If someone doesn't like us, it doesn't mean we are not funny, kind, or intelligent. There will always be critics and differing opinions. Therefore, we should live authentically, not according to others' standards. We shouldn't pretend to agree with opinions. Do not share or remain silent in the face of hurtful comments. As French novelist André Gide said, "It is better to be hated for who you are than to be loved for who you are not." Number 3. Focus on what you can control. In life, the only things we can control are our thoughts and actions. Everything else is outside our influence. Therefore, we should focus only on what we can control and let go of the rest. Marcus Aurelius advises us, if the cucumber is bitter, throw it away. If there are thorns on the path, walk around them. That is all you need to know. Nothing more. Often, we waste time and energy on things beyond our control. Emotions like anger can sometimes motivate us to act against injustice, but they are often unnecessary. For example, when we get stuck in traffic, we can choose to stay calm and enjoy the radio, or we can get angry and honk our horn, adding to our stress. In both cases, we are still in traffic. Thus, it's best to focus on our own lives. Number 4, transform anger into motivation and creativity. One way to deal with anger is to transform it into something positive. Anger can overwhelm us and often leads to impulsive actions you later regret. But what if we could convert that anger into motivation and creativity? The key is to recognize our anger before it spirals out of control. Reflect on how anger impacts your life and relationships, and explore different ways to cope with this emotion. Instead of allowing anger to consume you, direct its energy into creative projects that benefit yourself and others. Number 5, transform your negative thoughts. Another way to deal with negative emotions is to change our negative thoughts. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not over external events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Often, our negative feelings stem from how we interpret reality. For example, imagine two friends, John and Bill, invited to the same party. John, being social, sees it as a great opportunity to meet new people, while Bill, who is shy, fears being alone and unloved. The same situation can evoke different emotions depending on perception. Anxiety, worrying, or anger arises not from circumstances, but from how we approach them. Therefore, we can empower ourselves by questioning our negative assumptions and replacing them with more realistic, positive thoughts. Number 6, be prepared for challenges. Marcus Aurelius teaches us that living well is more akin to wrestling than dancing. Life is full of unexpected situations, and we must be prepared for them. Life will present us with challenges, and the key to happiness is to maintain our resilience in the face of these difficulties. Those who succeed often view challenges from a different perspective. They anticipate them and are prepared for any outcome. Life is about adapting to changes and finding the positive side of every situation. When you refuse to give in to failure, you can take small steps despite your fears or resistances. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, time is powerful, and this too shall pass. Number 7, cultivate deep gratitude for what you have. Marcus Aurelius reminds us to appreciate the virtues and blessings we possess. Often, we overlook the wonderful things and people in our lives, focusing only on our deficiencies. He advises us to imagine how we would feel if the people and situations we cherish were absent from our lives. Consider how much we would miss them. This practice helps us develop a deep sense of gratitude for the good things in our lives. We often take for granted the simple pleasures of being alive, being with loved ones, loving and enjoying life. By focusing on what we have rather than what we lack, we can enhance our happiness and satisfaction. Number 8, be tolerant and avoid judgment. Marcus Aurelius emphasizes the importance of empathy and recognizing our interconnectedness. We can either help each other or tolerate one another, but we cannot isolate ourselves from the web of life. Approaching others with empathy allows us to reduce or eliminate judgment. We should be willing to teach and share, but take responsibility for our actions rather than impose our expectations on others. Trying to change others only leads to disappointment. Instead, we should embrace tolerance and focus on improving ourselves. Number 9, find your inner peace. Marcus Aurelius did not ignore anxiety. He transformed it by acknowledging that anxiety arises not from external events, but from our inner world. We often forget that our experiences shape our minds. Our emotions affect how we perceive the world. When we realize that our reactions to situations are determined by our emotions, we see we have more control over how we feel than we think. If we can manage our emotions, we can also take control of a significant part of our happiness. Number 10. Live in the present and acknowledge your mortality. Marcus Aurelius stresses that we should not behave as if we will live for 1,000 years. Rather, we should make the best of the present moment, as death is always near. He encourages us to avoid wasting time on trivial matters and to focus on what truly matters. Many people live as if they are immortal, continually postponing their dreams and desires for the future. Marcus's key advice is to cherish our precious time and to start living fully in the present. We often say we will start something tomorrow, whether it's exercising, pursuing a career, or writing a book, but tomorrow is one of the most dangerous words in the English language. Stop waiting for tomorrow and start living today. I hope you found these profound insights valuable. Don't forget to check out our other 2 videos that will appear on your screen now. Please subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching.